So today we are going to be walking along the Iloilo boardwalk, which runs alongside the river, very close to where our apartments are. It's a beautiful walk. Yeah, so while we're walking on the boulevard, I just wanted to talk about a subject which many other people have spoken about in the area of insurance, health insurance or travel insurance. So if you're coming to the Philippines, even if it's just for an exploratory visit, say a month or 2 months, then you may want to seriously consider getting some form of travel insurance. Personally, I've never used travel insurance before. I didn't take out travel insurance on this particular trip. Now, I have a lesion on my forehead, which I've had for many years. And for some reason on this trip to the Philippines, it has decided to start growing. And so that's been a bit of a concern. So we phoned up the hospital in Dumaguete, which is where we were at the time, and went to see a doctor, and that was fairly quick. And that lesion on my head was infected, so he said before we could even go anywhere with it, exploratory wise, we'd have to take care of that infection. So he gave me a course of antibiotics over the course of 7 days, and we did that. It took care of the infection, but then because I'm travelling, I'm moving on to Iloilo, and so I had to say goodbye to that particular doctor. So now being in Iloilo, we called up another place. They said that they didn't deal with oncology, and referred us to the doctor's hospital, where we made an appointment. The doctor's only there between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and so we went down there, and it was relatively straightforward. We just signed in, and we were seen within about half an hour. Now, he said that we needed to get a blood test done and a CT scan so that they could tell whether the lesion that I had was cancerous or not, or whether it was stage 1, 2, 3 or 4. And so I went to have the blood test done, and then went to register with the CT scan people, all in separate departments in the hospital, so quite a bit of walking around. Now, the CT scan people weren't able to do the scan that day, and they had to wait for the results of the blood test, because they inject a dye into your veins to help the imaging process with a CT scanner, and they need to make sure that your kidneys can deal with that. So they needed to do that blood kidney test and get the results back for that. So the following day we went back in the morning to get the results of the blood test, and they found out that my creatinine levels were a bit high, and they said they couldn't do the CT scan because I would need to go back to the doctor and check with him whether I could go ahead with the scan or not. And of course the doctor wasn't there that day, and we were going to Manila the day after. So all in all, we didn't get done what we wanted to have done. So that was 200 pesos to do the blood test, 800 pesos to see the doctor, and if we had gone ahead with the CT scan, that would have been 14,500 pesos, and that's only just to find out whether you're stage 1, 2, 3 or 4. And obviously any treatment schedule that would be done after that would cost extra, whether that would be just to cut the thing out, or whether it was going to be something like taking medicine or whatever, radiotherapy. So if I had insurance, that would have all been covered. And I think from now on I'm going to learn from my lesson and realise that when you get a bit older, in your 60s as I am, anything can happen at any time. Your body can turn on you. So just a word of caution for you guys. I would advise just paying that little bit extra and getting that travel insurance or that health insurance.